I am fire, but more slaughter than #slay. It's been 1 week since I last burned something to the ground. It is possible I singed my mother upon exiting her womb. My body is fireball. Babies born as fire don't yet possess the skill set to differentiate between a smoldering warmth and an inferno. I am sometimes volcano when I intend to be melting wax. I am sometimes the sun when I intend to be candlelight. Baby girl born fire doesn't always mix well with other elements. Water came at me, I boiled clouds and droughted her lakes. Air came at me, thinned it into summer city block vapor trails. Earth came at me, set its woods ablaze in forest fires. I can dehydrate sentient beings. I can eat air and trigger asthma attacks. I keep Smokey the Bear employed. I devour my companions I wanted to heat up. Boiling waters I meant to just steam for steeping of an herbal tea. I set McDonald's coffee on fire and burn old ladies' thighs. Even when I am able by myself, I manage to find ways to scald. I know my burners are too hot and I touch myself anyway. If one closely examined all of the people and the bodies of the people that I loved, it is probable that each individual has been branded by me, touched by fire, my superpower, my mental illness, my gift, my curse, loving me from a distance with flame-retardant clothing and extinguishers in hand for the moments my love is burning out of control, wanting to warm spaces but instead lacking the ability to control my flames. When I'm around, things get hotter. Out of control, I turn the possibility of spiritual focus into steamy desire of the flesh. I turned intentions for friendship into unrequited love arson. Uncontrolled, I turned Shaka Khan through the fire into very bad, fiery rings acts at the circus. I mean to toast toast, but I melt flesh. Thermostat, sweating bullets. I explode 4th of July finale fireworks while the babies are trying to sleep. I spit venomous heat stroke instead of smiling spring into summer submission. I am too mesmerized by the flicker of the fires I create. Believing more in the fire I see instead of the warmth I can feel, relying on the flame outside as opposed to the fire inside, selfishly, adding all the wood to my base so I can be the biggest baddest bonfire that ever existed. But at the end of the evening fire, the flame dies, the wood burns to ash, the heat smolders and then suffocates. The elements remember how I could not control my temper, turn into enemies instead of allies because my fire has only shown them to fear me, not to love me. Water eliminates me, air suffocates me, earth snuffs me. Dear death, Thanatos, Mortem, by the time you receive this letter, I will be walking out of a Corinthian furnace of fire. I will be newborn, borderline nuclear when we cross paths again. Precious metal, purified by a most accurate and time-consuming process. My mother, I say Asia Minor in origin, stolen by Rome. You called your elemental minions to torture me. Little random reapers like fire sparks landing on my flammable spirit. You summoned water to taunt me again after I'd nearly drowned as a child. Now hydrophobic Nero swept down on me like a tsunami. 30 feet high and walled around me, I was drenched in paralysis, stretched by the force of the current drawing me down. My audible terror silenced by Aqua's glass walls, ceilings and floors. I crumbled in fear of stormy enclosed spaces, asked to die, but you wouldn't give them the pleasure of finishing me. Once I was trapped, you called for my suffocation. Ares stole breath from my lungs and put it in a jar for her collection like a monarch butterfly from my chest. Chele punched the sun out of my solar plexus, concaved my soul, collapsed my air passages. You collected them as they watched me wheeze, left me resuscitated with only one perpetual, panicked gasp remaining so that I'd labor to breathe until you came to take my last inspiration yourself. You saved Earth from my burial, ordered G not to swallow me up, but instead instructed him to keep digging. Terra drills deeper than 6 feet, ensuring I won't rise after death. But you picked the wrong element to destroy me. Your weapon of choice for my demise was fire, Fosha Ignis. The problem is, neither you nor I knew I was designed and fortified with the very element you selected to break me down. All you did was feed my refinement. My God, my fence, looked me in my eyes and instructed me to stand up. Eyes illuminated, I was fractured and broken pot. You thought to throw me away. You found me to be useless, thought I could no longer hold what had been placed within me, but you are a liar, and my soul is kintsugi, restored, refined, every crack repaired with gold. What seemed to be a random and irreparable damage, now a work of art. The very scars that should have reflected record of my fallibility are my most beautiful lines. These stunning keloids are my heart and soul, my balm, lacquered in gold, gold that has been fire assayed. This fire heated, burned, and melted me. poisonous lies extracted through smelting. O death, where is your sting? O grave, where is your victory?